Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a Sephora haul, and I have quite a bit to show you just because this is actually from two separate smaller trips to Sephora. I originally went there because I had a few things set in my mind that I wanted to check out, and then when I went the first time I forgot to bring some return items that I had, so I ended up going back. And long story short, I ended up with a few new products on the second trip as well, so I thought I would just combine it all into one video and show you guys everything that I picked up. And before I get started, I wanted to thank you guys so much for your sweet birthday wishes this past weekend on social media and Twitter and everything. It really made my day. You guys are so sweet and I love you all, so I just wanted to thank you guys so much for that. I think that's everything I wanted to mention before we crack into this Sephora bag down here. So without further ado, let's get started with the haul. So one thing that I did have in mind to get was a new fragrance. I have been wearing Flower Bomb a lot recently and I love that one so much, but I really wanted to just add to my perfume collection, which is pretty small. I only have those few back there that I wear on the regular, Coco Mademoiselle, Jimmy Choo, and Flower Bomb, so I just wanted to get another one. I was kind of going down the line, the wall of perfume at Sephora, and testing out a bunch of the newer fragrances that had recently come out, and as soon as I got to this one and I tried this, I immediately completely forgot about the other ones I had just tried. It is Midnight Floor by Nest, and I do want to show you a close-up of the box because it is so pretty. I never keep fragrance boxes, but I just feel like this one is such a work of art. It has a little ladybug on it too, which is so cute. And all of the other Nest fragrances have similar packaging with the black and kind of a botanical theme, I guess you would say. And I also tried Passiflora, I think was the other one I tried, but this was just a no-brainer. It was hands down Midnight Floor. This smells so amazing. So that's what the bottle looks like, and there's also a little ladybug on the bottle too. I didn't notice that before. And this just smells divine. Like, I can't even describe it another way. I kept trying to think of a good way to describe this fragrance and I just kept coming back to the word intoxicating. Intoxicating in a good way though. It's just very, oh, it's just so different from anything that I have, and I actually checked on Sephora.com to see how they described it in the little write-up, and they used the word intoxicating as well, so I guess that's a good description of it. This one I could see being the perfect fragrance for like a summer night out or something like that. So something else that I had on my little shopping list that I knew I wanted to get while I was there is the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. I love this cleanser so much. I have been using, since I ran out of the smaller size that I had before, I had been using the Purity Cleanser with my Clarisonic, which I liked. I mean, it was okay, but nothing compares to this one by Fresh. This is definitely the best face cleanser I have ever found. So I just went ahead and I got the bigger size because I knew I liked it, and you know, I thought it would save me a little bit of money in the long run. And then while I was looking at the Fresh products, I also wanted to, I knew I wanted to get a moisturizer for my skin that didn't have SPF in it, just because on days when I'm filming, I don't really need the added SPF. And then also when I go out at night, I don't want to necessarily wear my nighttime moisturizer, but I don't want to wear SPF either because that can reflect in photography and stuff. So I just wanted a good moisturizer, no SPF. So I went with the Lotus Youth Preserve Radiance Lotion, and again, this is by Fresh. So it just looks like this, a little bottle, and I was so happy that it came in a pump, and it has the Super 7 complex, which is specifically designed to minimize and prevent, reading off the box, minimize and prevent visible signs of aging, deliver intense hydration, and boost radiance, and starfruit extract, which helps preserve and protect the skin from accelerated signs of aging caused by free radicals. And when I was testing this one in the store, it was kind of like a very lightweight gel, so I think it'll be nice for under makeup as well. So that is that. This is the Kat Von D Esperanza eyeshadow palette, and the first thing that drew me to this was obviously the packaging. You guys have seen that little skull picture in the background of my videos for a while now, so when I saw the sugar skull on the box from across the store in Sephora, I just like ran over to see what it was about and to check it out. And when I saw it was an eyeshadow palette, I got really excited, and when I saw the colors in the eyeshadow palette, I got even more excited. And just fun and different and perfect for spring, and I just knew I needed to have this in my life. So wait till you guys see the colors we're working with here. I'm going to hold it upside down. It has a nice big mirror. I'm going to hold it upside down so I don't blind you guys. Aqua, like almost like mint colors here. This is a really lighter green called Day Glow, which is supposed to be a transformer shade, so I guess you layer this one on top of other colors. A lighter mint shade, purple, there's a bronze, and then more of like a pinky coral color. So this is that Day Glow color, which is a really, really light green. And then that is the aqua shade in the palette. And this is a purple, which at first glance just looks like a normal purple, but it actually has lavender and aqua glitter in it. And it is just so, so pretty. With the colors in here and the design of this palette, I feel like in my head it was made for me, even though I know it wasn't, but I just love this so much. It's so pretty. And I believe Esperanza in Spanish means hope, no? Some samples of the Sephora 10 Hour Wear Perfection Foundation. And then for my birthday, I got the Makeup Forever little set with, I guess, the Smoky Extravagant Mascara and Rouge Artist lipstick in Natural N9. Some more skincare. This is the Glam Glow Super Mud Clearing Treatment Mask. And if you guys might remember a few months back, well, it was, yeah, quite a few months back in my vanity tour where I showed you guys everything that I keep on my vanity, I had a few samples of the Glam Glow Super Mud Clearing Treatment Mask. The first time I tried the sample, I didn't really see much of a difference, but my skin was in a really good place at that point, so I don't think I even needed it. The second time I was having a really bad breakout. It really did clear my skin up instantly. Just calmed everything down. It reduced redness and just like swelling went down. Josh, my boyfriend, even noticed it. You know, when your boyfriend notices it, then you like the product even more, right? So that's what this one looks like in just this little white pot. And this the color of this one, I believe, if I remember correctly, yeah, it's like a gray. So it's a bit lighter than the other one. To me, this one almost smells like fennel. So yeah, it smells good though. The samples totally sold me on this, and I think it is a little miracle worker in a pot. So I wanted to have some on hand. So the Glam Glow Super Mud Clearing Treatment. I don't know why I always put everything back in the box. I want it to feel new for as long as possible. And this next thing is kind of funny. I've been wanting to get this forever, and I think I've had it in my actual little shopping basket a few times and put it back because I thought to myself I didn't really need another setting powder, but I do like to try out different products and give you guys my thoughts, and I have a lifetime supply of Ben Nye powders because they're really inexpensive and they come in those big old plastic tubs, so I figured why not try a new one. So this is the NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder. So this is the pressed powder. Oh wow, comes in a little pouch. I feel like this is very serious. But the actual color, and I think there's only one shade, but they call it Translucent Crystal, and I think that's a really good name for it because it gives a bit of a different look than just a clear translucent setting powder would. It does have a bit of like an opalescent look to it, or just a subtle radiance to it that's very different than any other setting powder that I've seen, and I think that's really cool. I think it would be nice for setting your under eye concealer, which is what I'm going to try to do with it, so we'll see what happens. Put it back in its little sleeping bag. The Sephora location that I actually went to this time was a different one that I normally go to, so they had a lot of brands that I don't normally get to play around with, one of them being Bobbi Brown. So I was just kind of like a little kid in a candy store playing around with her makeup, and I haven't had any Bobbi Brown products in a few years, and one of the products that I just kind of swatched onto the back of my hand totally randomly was the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation. When I started kind of walking around to the rest of the store looking at other products, and I kept looking back down at my hand thinking, that foundation looks pretty good. And it was just a very light, it looked like a really nice natural finish, but the coverage was great. It had very natural looking, very flawless coverage, so I thought, why not? Why don't we give this a shot? Picked up the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation, which is SPF 15, in a shade 3.5 Warm Beige. I was trying to think ahead a little bit. I thought if I got something that matched my skin tone perfectly right now, it might not match me in another month or two. So trying to think a little bit ahead into spring and summer. So with the 3.5 Warm Beige, hopefully I will be covered. So I'm really curious to see if this foundation performs as well on my face as it did on the back of my hand. So hopefully it does. And another brand they don't carry normally at my local Sephora is Illamasqua. And I had a blush in mind that's a really pretty light pink that I wanted to get. They were out of that color. So I saw this one, and I actually like this one even more than the other one I had in mind. This one is called Lover. And I do remember from other Illamasqua blushes that I've had in the past that they're just super, super pigmented and really vivid colors. And this one is a true peach shade, and I just fell in love with this as soon as I saw it, so I'll swatch it out for you guys. So that is Lover Blush by Illamasqua. And the last product is another one by NARS. This is one of their new matte multiples, and I don't know why I didn't notice this in the store when I was trying out the testers, but when I got it home, it kind of hit me that this one is so much smaller than the other multiple I have, which is called Copacabana. It's more of a highlighter. So, I mean, it's significantly smaller than the other one that I have, but I don't know, it could go either way because with the specific color that I got, which is called Altai, I'm not exactly sure how you say it, but I think it's Altai. I thought it might be beneficial, especially for this particular color, which is more of a tan, bronzy color, just a roll-up cream stick product like that, because I wanted to do some cream contouring with this, and I thought that you would definitely have a lot more control and a lot more precision with this smaller size than you would with a bigger, you know, stick cream product. And it was either between this one or the other darker tan, like bronzy color they had, which seemed like it was darker, but then when I blended it out on my hand, they looked very similar. So I just went with the lighter one, Altai, and that is what a swatch of that one looks like. It's kind of hard to tell in the Sephora lighting sometimes, but I'm glad I went with this color. I think it'll be pretty perfect because it is warm, but it's not too orangey. It has some neutral beiginess to it, so I think it'll work out really well. Phew, alright, so that is everything. I guess I did a little bit more damage than I thought after going through all the products in this video, but that's okay because I'm just so excited to try everything out and use them in future videos and future tutorials. I will be having a few more, like 1 or 2 more videos coming up this week and this weekend, so keep an eye out for those. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys!